Okay, guys, welcome back to the gym. Gonna have a great night tonight. Steven Nedoroscik, Bob Donahue, Liz Gonzalez, Tom Fontecchio, they're on the line. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a discussion with Steven about a Mikulak and a Sohn and his experiences in the NCAA and what it means to him to be the Nissen Emery Award winner. Anyway, I'm not gonna get to all my questions now, but it'll be nice to talk to him. Hopefully we learn a lot about those two skills. After that, we're gonna do vault P-bars and high bar, or get to as much as we can. All right, we're gonna go to Yusuf.
On left hand. Good. Next finger. Pinky. Switch hands. Next finger.
Sean, take a look at that. Yeah, see what Aiden's doing with his pinky in his hand? Yep. Now he's gonna push open. See, take a look and see what the guys on the screen are doing, okay, Sean? All the guys will be able to help you. Right, Boone's coming over and showing you. Right, this is Boone and Phillip, they're trying. They're gonna show you how to do it. Gonna hold onto your hand and push your thumb into your wrist at the bottom and straighten your arm. You'll get it. You keep watching the screen, you'll get it. Okay, Yusuf, you're on mic still. Why don't you keep going? This is called palm up, pull down stretch.
And switch.
Keep that arm straight. There you go, Sean. Keep that arm straight, Sean. See, his right arm is straight, Sean. Yep. This one's a little bit more complicated. Maybe we'll have Yusuf, can you show him one more time? Sean, just take a look what he's doing with his arms, okay? He's gonna link his fingers like that. And then the wrist that has the bracelet on, he's gonna open up at the top. And it's gonna stretch the bottom wrist. I usually call this one arm on top of the other stretch. And switch.
Arms.
Okay, man, it's on you.
And up.
But we have a new little guy on today, Sean.
Forward.
Hey, Yusuf, we have a new little guy, Sean, on today. So I want to make sure that he has all the information he needs. So nice and loud, and just tell him what we're working on.
Right arm circle forward. And left arm circle backwards. Right arm circle backwards. And double arm circles forward. Double arm circles backwards. And start low, go high. And we were elbows. And other way. And hips. And other way. And knees. Bend and straighten.
Jackson, take yourself off mute.
And Spider-Man left leg.
You're up, homie.
Spider-Man left. Right. Left.
Again, I really don't care if it's exactly what I do. It doesn't matter to me.
Right. Center. Leg stretches.
I do care that you point your own toes with your hands, that you put your hands on your toes. And then the other thing is Jackson, can you face to the side just to show that your back is straight? Keep your back as straight as you can here. I could care less how far down you go. Everybody can feel the stretch. So as long as you're stretching, I'm okay with it.
Separate your feet, left hand, left foot. Right hand, right foot. Separate your feet even more. Right, left hand, left foot.
If you want to win meets, you got to point your toes, guys. It's just, there's no way around it. Go take a look at
Right hand, right foot.
Kohei Ichimura, the best guy in the entire planet for 8 years in a row, never lost a meet at the world level. All right. If you take a look at the final routine that he did, you can go, Jackson.
Wide as you can. Left hand, left foot.
If you look at the final routine that he did in the all-around finals against Oleg Vernayev, all right, Kohei had no form deductions, 0 form deductions in the whole routine. It was the Olympic Games, all-around finals. He nailed his dismount. He had no form deductions. And if it's good enough for the best in the world, he's pretty much leading the way. You got to look good.
Elbows in the middle.
That look good, Jackson. Yeah? Got to keep your arms even, got to keep your elbows down, got to keep your shoulders and your head up nice and tight, got to keep your knees tight. But it's all about looking good, bro. Right? Getting a style of your own and looking good so that the judges look at you and they're like, wow, this little kid, even though he's a little guy, a little kid, or a teenager or whatever, he has style and poise. And then you win stuff. Right? Okay. Let's go shoulders and bridges. Let's go, Jacob, shoulders and bridges. Jacob, you're on mic. Yeah, I don't really care how far down you go, guys. I care that your shoulders have some flexibility, that you acknowledge the fact that we're going to need those shapes. That's it, and back and forth. Okay, guys, as you do that, I'm just going to introduce the guys who are on the screen. I'm not going to mic everybody just yet. Okay, but Steven's with us. This is Steven over here. All right, got a great discussion with Steven yesterday, kind of impromptu. Then we have the lovely Liz and the most amazing Bob. All right, they're going to be with us in a couple of seconds. And we also have everybody's favorite coach and contributor to the gymnastics community, Tom Fabulous Fontecchio. So we'll get to those guys in a couple minutes, but I want to finish all of our warm-up and get to what we got to get to. Guys, if we have a couple of minutes extra, I want to go do a couple of things let's see if Yusuf is here. I want Yusuf to lead these shoulder exercises that I want to start maybe incorporating. Not necessarily every practice, but I want to start doing these. So Yusuf's going to lead us. All right, Yusuf, it's your mic. Guys, take and see what Yusuf is doing, all right?
You're gonna lay down on your stomach. You want your toes and hips on the floor, but your knees should not be on the floor. You want your ribs tucked in and your chin and nose on the floor. Your arms out to the side. You're gonna lift your shoulders, then your hands. When your hands go down, your shoulders go down. Your shoulders can go up, then your hands go down, and shoulders go down. We're gonna do 5 of those.
Just do those for right now. Okay, just guys, I want you to follow what Yusuf is going to do. Okay, it's going to go, just watch what he's doing, and I'll talk it out to you. Okay, it's going to go shoulders, hands, hands, shoulders. Okay, shoulders, hands, hands, shoulders. Yusuf, you take over.
Shoulders, hands, hands, 3. Shoulders, hands, hands, 4. Shoulders, hands, hands, 5. And 5 past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold.
Hold it up there nice and tall. Hold it up there nice and tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades tight, guys. Good form with your fingers.
And 5 arm circles. 1, 2,
5 arm circles, guys.
5. And the other way. 1,
Switch directions.
3, 4, 5. And bend your arms. And you're going to straighten them out to the top. And bend them all the way back down. That's 1. Up. Down. 2. Up.
Okay, now this is going to be hard for you guys, so don't worry about it. Do the best that you can, and you'll get stronger and stronger as we go on over the couple of weeks.
Down. 4. Up.
Yusuf would never show that it was tiring for him anyways. You could just keep going.
And go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do the best that you can. Yusuf is a crazy athlete. Don't worry about it. Do the best that you can to follow him. If you need to take a rest, I understand.
Now you put your arms down. Do the same thing. 1. Shoulders, hands, hands. 1. Shoulders, hands, hands. 2. Shoulders, hands, hands. 3. Shoulders, hands, hands. 4. Shoulders, hands, hands. 5. And 5 past 1, 2.
So, Tom, you're like, do you see anything that you like here?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, you know, when you get older, the older kids can put weights in their hands when they do lifting, so they get some, you know, more stretching in those shoulders.
Nice to see you, my man.
Nice to be here.
Okay, cool. Let me have Yusuf finish up, and then we'll get going.
Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Guys, really what you're doing is learning what Yusuf is doing. Okay, just watching, learning, thinking about it. We'll do it more and more and more, but you're just learning for right now. Obviously, you can try, but it's just about understanding the exercises.
Shoulders, hands, hands. 1. Shoulders, hands, hands. 2. Shoulders, hands, hands. 3. Shoulders, hands, hands. 4. Shoulders, hands, hands. 5. And 5 past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold.
Bob, any comments?
And 1, 2.
Yeah, this pretty much reflects what you'd be doing in a PT session after you hurt your shoulders. So you're doing it before you hurt your shoulders. Good prehab.
Right, exactly right.
Yeah.
And we've also done that.
Yeah, and we put light weights, you know, same thing.
You don't want to wait,
Tom said.
but even just the fact that they're using their subscap so much is going to be helpful, you know, enough to most extents.
Yeah, gymnasts are imbalanced too much in the front. They don't have postural muscles aren't developed, pulling the shoulders back. That's a good exercise to balance things out.
Okay, let's do a couple of future start flexibility routines, and then we'll get going. Or we got to make progress with this. And Iñaki, yo quiero mira, you know, y perfecto, por favor, amigo. Okay, buenos dias, amigo. All right, James, you're up. Let's go. Right, I'm trying to make it so that I want Steven to want to see somebody. I want him to look at the screens and be like, oh, that dude is good. So I want you to do this future start flexibility routine, the best you've ever done. And okay, here we go, Smoothie. You can do it. Hey, Smoothie, I'm going to put you on mic. You're up. Yeah, do it.
Kick arms and legs horizontal. Roll to the moon. Push-up position. Right leg forward. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Middle split. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Bring arm down to 90 degrees. Arms in front of you. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Go through position. Left leg forward. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Silent sit. Push up to bridge. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide down. Arms up and drag. Hold shoulder stretch 1,000, 1,000, 2,000. Keep on the other side. 4,000. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Arms horizontal, looking up. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Okay, Steven, do you have any comments?
He's more flexible than I am, honestly.
Who do you want me?
No, man. Good form.
Who do you want me to?
The spotlight? Oh, let me go to gallery view. I'll call someone out here.
Okay.
Let's see Liam.
Okay, Liam.
Let's see what Liam's up to.
All right, Liam from you through it. Okay, unless thumbs up. Through it. I'll do it. Okay, here we go. I'm ready when you are. There you go. I'm sorry. Okay, and pancake. 90 degrees. Okay? There you go. Point those toes. And now belly on the belly. Up and over. Over. Push up shape, leg split. Hold. Got to make sure that it's pointed and that foot is forward. Okay, let's do your bridge. Push up to a bridge. We still have a little bit of trouble with these arms. Okay, I want them to go up and back. So hands here, slide down, and then a circle forward. Yeah, I love that. Muy bien, muy bien. Oh, I like the fact that your hands point those toes, Liam, and slide your hands. Nice job, man. Okie dokie. Steven, what did you think of that?
He looks good. He has some really flexible shoulders. Looks like he has tight hamstrings like I do. So he has a little bit of difficulties with the middle split and his other splits.
Okay, well, I mean, you got to keep working them. Let's go to Boone and Philip. I know that Boone will be. I'm going to put on. I'm going to. Philip, do it. Philip, you're on. You do. You know how to do it. Thumbs up if you know how to do it.
Do you know how to do it, Philip?
Okay, go. You're on mic. Talk everybody through it. Don't pause. Everything keeps going. I'll talk you through. 2,000, 3,000. Face them. Hold. 1,000, 2,000. That's a good. 3,000. Hands on the ground. Degrees, but your toes in those toes. Now he's got belly on the ground, up and over. Up and over. Good. Push up shape, left leg split. All right. Pause. Legs got to come around the side, my dog. Hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Slide your forward. Bridge, go. Wait. 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Slide down, slide down. Arms up, foot back. I like it. Be good. Your left on top of your right toe. Okay, I like the fact that you're at the ceiling. You have shoulder flexibility there, sliding your hands, reaching your hands, opening up your. And at the end, make sure you look dirty. You play good. Nice job. Now, what do you think if you look good?
What's up? You lagged a little bit.
Look good, you true.
You lagged again.
Maybe I hope this. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I can't hear him either. He's not coming out clear.
Let's see if I can fix it. Hold on. If I turn this up a little bit, is this better here? Is this better here?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right. If you look good, you play good. Is that true?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right. You got to look the part. Is that true?
Yeah, man. You just gotta think that you look good. It doesn't matter what other people think.
All right. I'm gonna have Sam go. Sam's got good stuff here. Sam, let's do it. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 questions.
Dude, we're not asking questions yet. Go do your flexibility routine. We got a long time with Steven. Your face is a question. Oh, triggered. Dude, you're so nervous right now to talk to Steven that you don't even know what you're starting with. I love this. Okay, here we go. Dude, is your camera in the washing machine? What is this? It's got milk on it or something. All right, here we go. Hold. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Hands in the middle, feet 90 degrees, arms parallel. Point those toes, or I'll virtually chop them off. There we go. Up and over, up and over, push-up shape. Left leg split. Hold. Got to point those toes, though. All those transitions, yeah? None of this is deductions. None of that is. Push up to a bridge. Hold this. So look at your hands. Guys, got to make sure you're looking at your hands at the top, okay? Slide down and do a circle with your arms. Yes, I like that. And point those toes in the front there. There we go, and slide. Okay, Jackson, you're going to do one. Let's do it. It's your mic, dude.
Right leg split, hold 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, middle split, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, pancake, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up and over, left leg split, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, bridge, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, slide down, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, pike stretch, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Awesome. Muy bien. Okay, I'm going to go and take a chance and see what happens. Iñaki, vamos, amigo. En español, por favor. Yeah, hablas en español.
Split.
1,
1, 2, 3. Squat. 1, 2, 3. Cupcake.
cupcake. Cupcake, everybody.
3. Estómago vago. Split. 1, 2, 3. Bridge. 1, 2, 3.
This is what heaven is like, by the way.
Hombros abajo. 1, 2, 3. Sandwich. 1, 2, 3.
It's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life. Right? Tom, do you have any comments?
No, the guys know the routines. It's just a matter of working on their flexibility. That's all. It's just going to take time.
You have,
Really just get those positions down really good because the judges are very strict on every single one of those positions. I've judged floor quite a bit now.
and you don't have anything to say about Iñaki and how adorable that was?
Oh, I think I'd take him home and adopt him.
That's so fun. Bob, any comments for the guys before we go on our first break?
No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how flexible they are. compared to our guys.
We've done this every single day for the last 2 months. So and we're really consistent with what we do. So they're bound to get better. Miss Liz, comments?
I love watching them do this stuff because that simple routine is hitting all their flexibility that is so important. And, you know, a lot of times we found that the guys fight us on flexibility and don't want to do it. Stephen will vouch for that because he did not want to stretch his
He started stretching at Penn State,
straddle
I think.
split. For the longest time, he fought us on that, and he went to Penn State, and yeah, he came back telling us stories about working his straddle split with Randy.
Torture. Yeah, you guys better get those splits down now, because if you try to get them in the future, it's way more difficult.
Guys, let's go
Way
on.
more painful.
Let's go on our first break. All right, guys, go get yourselves a quick drink. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's my pleasure to introduce to you guys the Nissen Emery Award winner from 2019, a World Cup competitor, Region 6 gymnast who is absolutely repping the 6x6 at this stage of the game. He's getting a round of applause from the guys in the crowd. All right. All right, guys, this is Steven Nedoroscik.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so my plan for today is to talk to Steven and Steven's coaches from when he was little and talk about his progression as a gymnast and how he went from reasonably shy, you know, not too much, just reasonably shy, perhaps.
That's for sure.
That's the word.
That's not really the word.
Yeah, reasonably. That's generous.
Just, I don't want to, overstate things, but reasonably shy guy to somebody that honestly kids are looking up to. All right. And I think that is a blessing. All right. The pommel horse that you do is flawless, is technically sound, and you do it at big time events and you do it successfully. And that's something that's difficult to do, especially on pommel horse. All right. So pommel horse, everybody says, is the hardest event, but you've made it into an event that you excel at. So my first question to you is, when did you realize pommel horse was your thing? Everybody has something that they're good at. And when did you realize that it was your thing? And then the second thing I would ask about that is, not only is it your thing, but when I watch your gymnastics, it looks like you're flying. And before your routines, you have this like grin on your face. And then when you land, you also have the similar elated kind of look. And can you just tell us, like, how did pommel horse become something that almost makes it look like you are carefree for the first time?
Yeah, actually, I remember like the one day specifically where like I was like, oh, people actually like think I'm good at this event. Like, that's crazy. It was I had to been towards winter time of 2014, right around December-ish, or yeah. And I made like a E flop to D flop on pommel horse. I was just like messing around. It was the first time I ever made it, and we had a couple coaches over, and one of them was like, dang, like he's really, really good at horse. Like I could see him being the JO national champion one day. And I was like, what? No way. Like that's just unreal for me to hear that someone actually thinks I have that potential. And, I was just having fun, and I continued to have fun on pommel horse. And I put together a pretty nasty routine in JOs and ended up winning that next year. So, that moment when someone gave me like that, they kind of hyped me up in a way, gave me a lot of confidence. And I was like, dang, maybe I could do that. And sure enough, I was able to, because I stuck with it. And when it comes to like that smile on my face before routines, there are two ways to look at a competition always. it's inevitable that you're going to be a little bit nervous, right? You put all this hard work in to go and show all these people like what you've done. It's nerve wracking. So there's two ways to look at it. One of them is excitement and the other is being nervous. And sometimes that can just change like that just by how you wear your face, your appearance, right? If you put a smile on your face, no one ever smiles when they're nervous, right? So you put a smile on your face and suddenly you're excited. So I started doing that, and it's kind of just my thing now. I start with a smile, and regardless of how that routine goes, you have to end with a smile too, right?
So the Nissen Emery Award winner. All right, that guy's
Uh-oh.
know what that is, but that's pretty much the MVP of college gymnastics, the best college gymnast in the country. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world, honestly. Like when I was a freshman, we have this really nice display at Penn State that shows like all the previous, Nissen Emery Award winners, and there's some legends, right? Some guys that like people look back to even today and are just like, that guy was unbelievable. And I was like, wow, like imagine being one of those guys. And I'm just a specialist. I'm just gonna do what I can best. There's no way I could ever even get nominated for something like that. I didn't even think a specialist could get nominated. And then last year and the year before, I saw a couple of specialists get tossed in for like getting nominated, and I was like, that's my goal. I just want to get like nominated for it, and I'm just gonna do what I do best at gymnastics. And if things play right, then maybe I'll win it. And sure enough, I had a really, really great collegiate career, and I was able to just excel in certain competitions, and they ended up awarding it to me. So I'm just so honored, especially to be the first specialist to win it. And I hope that all like other specialists can look at me and like think like, dang, like it's not just an all-arounder award. Like that could go to anybody. It just comes down to hard work and dedication.
You've been in some big pressure situations in the NCAA and your team counting on you, and it's not like you have 6 opportunities to do it. You are a one and done kind of contribution. Being at the World Cup, I mean, how do you deal with pressure? Because ultimately, when it comes down to the big competitions, it's not about physical performance. It's just who can handle the heat. So how are you able to develop this ability to step up when you need to step up?
When I first got to college, I did pretty bad my first 2 collegiate competitions, but then after that, like I kind of fell into this groove and I started having fun. You have to forget about like, I don't know, people relying on you to do well. Everyone wants you to do well. No one's gonna like be mad if you mess up. You don't have to put that pressure on yourself. Just go out there and have fun. And when it comes to that pattern, like the same thing happened when I started going to like Winter Cup and USA's. Like the first 2, the Winter Cup and USA's I went to, I had some like really like, mental blocks going into it. I was super nervous. And then the same thing happened at World Cups too, right? It'll take a couple competitions for you regardless to be able to understand that environment. But then after that, you're used to it. You understand the environment and you can just sit back and have fun. So I just try to make the competitions fun.
So Bob and Liz, can you maybe think about 1 or 2 characteristics that you saw in Steven that you thought were beneficial in him being able to be as successful as he's been?
The first one was once he believed something, he really went after it and stayed with it and was focused on it. Getting him to believe it, that was
at first a challenge.
yeah. I mean, there were issues being an all-rounder. There were issues in some events with fear and whatever. I mean, as JO coaches, we all know you're dealing with a kid from 6, 7 years old through, the most important development in their lives, from that to a teenager and then a young man. A lot of stuff happens, and it's impossible in some cases to predict what's going to happen. I think some people are going to be amazing and they flame out or they lose interest, and then others you're thinking, well, I don't know if this is going to work, and then they shock you. I think Steven might be in the latter group. That's a good thing.
I think that the other thing is that we saw this in Stephen, but we saw this in some of our other athletes that also went on to college, is they get to a point where they buy into what they really want to do. Because Stephen was doing all right in the all-around, and then when he was a junior, he was at regionals, and he had hurt his back. Do you remember this, Stephen? He had hurt his
Yeah, I
back.
remember vividly. It's actually a pretty good story. Yeah.
So he had hurt his back maybe 2 weeks before we went to regionals, and when we got to regionals, he competed on P-bars, and he came off P-bars and his back still hurt, and then he went to high bar, and after high bar, he goes, I can't do this. It's hurting my back. I want to save it for pommels, and it made so much sense, and we were like, of course, okay, that's what you should be doing. And he saved it for pommels, and then he won, and then he went on to nationals and won.
That was my first time going to nationals too.
Yep.
You know, I knew that like if I did a really good job in the all around, like I could make it in the all around and nationals. But dealing with like that back pain, I remember it. I was just like, man, like thinking about doing floor. I was just like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do a floor routine and even feel good enough to go and rock a horse routine. You know, I knew for a fact that my best chances of making it to nationals was going to be as like a horse specialist. That's kind of what I focused on at that meet. And it was a really tough situation or decision to make. I really didn't want to give up the all around at a competition like regionals, you know, but it played out perfectly. It was a really smart decision.
And the thing that I also liked is that he came to us and he said, I think this is what I have to do. And he was advocating for himself. He just knew that this is what he had to do. And we were just like, this is a great decision. And just let's go. This is what you should be doing. So it worked out very well.
Steve, what are positive, I guess, leadership or traits that Bob and Liz have shown you over the course of the years that have helped you get to where you're at?
Yeah, well, for one, great communication skills, right? I mean, Bob and Liz are, you know, friends with us, but, you know, just how friends can be, they can be really nice with how they say something, or they can make it very clear that you have to do something. And they did a really good job of being friends, but at the same time being a coach. They're also like really motivational. Like, you know, I like they were saying, like I had some problems like fear and stuff with certain skills, but always pushing me and always giving me that motivation. Like, listen, man, look at this. Like, you just did these drills perfectly. All you have to do is repeat that, and you're absolutely fine. There's nothing to be scared of. Both of them were able to push me in directions that, you know, I probably wouldn't have been able to go by myself.
I'm going to go and show you a couple of different screenshots from a skill that you do in your routines. And I was wondering if you'd be able to talk us through some of the techniques, or maybe we can just go through a little bit of question and answer that I have. I'm going to show you the screenshots just so you can, and the guys can see what we're talking about. It's called a Mikulak. It's a D value skill that starts on one side of the horse here and finishes after his legs do a full scissor here, and then another scissor here, and travels to the end. Okay, so that's called a Mikulak. It was invented by Sam Mikulak. I could only imagine it was shown to Stephen by Sam Mikulak. Is there an interesting story about how you went about learning that skill?
Yeah, actually. So I was trying to train like a D scissor for a while. I was working a lot of like scissor hand work, but it isn't quite like a smooth skill that like fit into my routine correctly. I didn't really want to do it. I wanted to land back on the leather, so I started training Mikulaks. But the way I was trying to do it originally, I wasn't putting my hand on that first pommel. I was trying to reach immediately, and it just did not feel smooth or like I was in control at all. After I made national team, though, I went to a national team camp and talked with Sam Mikulak about how he does his. And he kind of broke it down for me bit by bit, piece by piece. and was able to like utilize my strength in a planche position to be able to make this skill. So if you want to start the video over, I can walk through like the things I focus on as I'm doing the element. So the first thing that I was told by an international judge is that you want to start off with a really great impression. You want that first leg cut to be explosive. You want to get a lot of height here. So you can see like my foot gets really high and I'm in like a pretty decent straddle despite my lack of flexibility. Anyways, from this point here, I start to bring my legs down, and ideally I would keep my legs wide, but you can see they get a little closer in here. You want to drive that back leg down as opposed to the top leg down. When I finally get my hand down, now I shift my weight onto my left hand and I switch the direction of my hand on the pommel. And from there, I try to settle into almost a planche position. Right here, it's like you're passing through a planche, and then you have to be explosive and you want to push through it and get your weight back on that post shoulder, on that pommel. And then you want to go like, push up almost to a handstand. Ideally, you'd get to a handstand. You can see I get like a lot of height there at my hips. From there, it's all about reaching and finishing that rotation of your hips. And you want to come down without bending your leg like I did in that photo. But that first part, passing through the planche, is what really taught me this skill. You can actually do it half by half, where you do drills like where you come up and then you just land in a planche. And then from like there, you go to a straddle L, and then you kind of kick up and do that second part. And that's actually the drill that I use to warm up for.
Steven, it seems like as you kick your leg up here, it almost seems as though you're turning your hips towards your post arm right here, like you're almost swinging on P-bars. And it almost looks like from here, you just do a stood handstand. Now, is there any similarity between, like your hips are not facing the pommels. Right here, your hips are facing to the left. But then right here, they shift, and right on the way down, right there, it's almost like you're swinging sideways, like on P-bars with a little bit of a heel lag there. Can you speak to that a little bit?
It feels like a swing. I wouldn't relate it so much to parallel bars. It's definitely a different motion, but it feels like a swing. It isn't like a muscular skill. It's very free. You have to just kind of relax and let your momentum go. When it comes to like turning the hips though, all I'm really doing is just focusing on landing in a planche position. So it's very natural to be turning your hips even a little early like I am in that clip. So I can get to that point there in the planche.
Hey, Steve,
Yep.
do you get a deduction for bending the right arm when you place it on the pommel like there?
Right there.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Sam Mikulak actually taught me to almost like get my elbow on my hip and then push. I don't really do that though, but that's how he taught it to me at first.
Yeah, Yusuf, you have a question.
Yeah. Is there a certain reason like that you decided to go with your left leg?
Just because coming out of it, I can kick off into a circle immediately. Other than that though, there's no actual like reason. It'd be just as difficult in either leg, but if I started with my right leg instead, I would have to do an extra like scissor cut.
Okay. And then I had one more question. What did you feel the difference was when you put your hand down on that first pommel versus when you skipped it?
Being able to settle into like a planche position. When you get like your weight on that shoulder and you push a lot, you have so much more control. It becomes more of like a skill that you can control, whereas if you skip that first pommel, you're throwing away that control and you just have to execute that first part really well. I know people who do it both ways, and regardless of how you do it, the amount of numbers you do will eventually get you like that really great Mikulak. But for me specifically, I was able to utilize my planche strength doing this method. So I felt way more comfortable doing it like this.
How about skipping the second pommel?
I've actually never seen anyone do that, I don't think. That'd be neat.
Yeah, that's kind of how I kind of put my hand down and I almost like fall into it. Mine isn't as high, of course, but like.
I wonder, yeah, they'd probably still value that as a Mikulak by like the definition. That'd be really creative. I'd love to see a clip of that.
Yusuf, are you talking about putting this right hand on the end?
And then I come up to there. I just fall.
And then he hops over.
Yeah, as opposed to hitting the other pommel.
This side. I come in this way. I come up to here. And then I fall down like that. And then switch my hand.
Yeah, they'd still value that as Mikulak probably. The only concern I would have is like your control coming out of it into like that scissor, like when you're straddling at the last part there. I feel like it'd be more difficult to shift your weight and kick off into a circle. But yeah, that's really cool. And even if you don't want to stick with it, that's a great drill just for that first part. And then when you get like the confidence to grab that second pommel and shift your weight, you'll probably be in really good shape to do a really nice Mikulak.
So for the guys watching, you're doing lots of planche drills, lots of leg cut drills. What are things specifically that you're doing to make it so that you can do these skills?
Yeah, so planche strength, I do straddle and I do straight body planches. I do them every day. I also do a lot of presses, so like pike, straddle, and straights. Those are all really, really important for essentially any skill on pommel horse. Also, what I've been doing for the last couple years for these skills that require like a nice straddle is a lot of hip flexor exercises. So I've been doing a lot of not only flexibility, but kicking my leg and holding it, or kicking my leg as high as I can, like, 5 times in a row and then holding it after. And you might not think it's like difficult, but oh my gosh, your legs are going to be sore if you do that every day for a couple weeks, really. But it's made my Mikulak considerably better just by getting that hip flexibility strength.
Okay, let's talk about this skill here. All right, it's called a Sohn. The skill, and one of the things that I want to talk about is here where your arm and your body are one unit, and you're kind of like rotating around that wedged arm against your body. And I noticed that a lot of people do the same thing on the travel part of the Woo and the Roth. There's a pivot and a travel, and a pivot and a travel. And as you travel on your right arm on a Woo and a Roth, it seems as though the good guys are like wedging their arm, traveling around that base of support, and then pivoting on the next hand, and then again, locking their arm to their side. So can you talk us through this Sohn that you do here, Stephen?
Absolutely. So the first thing you want to do, like in a Sohn, is get that hand down as fast as possible. So I try to get it down while my legs are still like behind the pommels. And then I wait until my legs hit that first quarter. And at that point, I can kind of just get my weight, or I can put a lot of pressure on my shoulders. And then from here, I focus on opening my hips to break that wall at that 3/4 part. I want my hips to be the first thing pushing out. Here in this video, my body's pretty straight, but ideally the best Sohn that you could do is like when you're arched throughout. You have just like that really stiff board type of look to your body. And after that point, you just squeeze really tight in your core. And as long as you have your weight centered, not over the pommel that you're posting on, but over the center of the 2 pommels, right? You're gonna get back to the same place you started. It is a pivot. And if you have your weight centered over the post pommel, you're going to end up landing on that post pommel. That's what I figured it out, or that's what I found out over numerous, thousands of Sohns, is that you need to try to keep your weight in the center of the pommels, because otherwise you're just going to end off and your weight's going to be on that pommel that you're posting on. You're not going to be able to circle out of it very easily. So those are kind of like the key things that I focus on when I'm going into a Sohn.
Are you leading with your belly, your shoulders, your head, your toes? So the reason why I ask is because I've always been a belly guy, but then when I take a look at Shao Kin and he does his Russians and his Woos, if I look at you from the top right here, you're going to be a little bit curved here in your shoulders. You're leading a little bit. So is it a shoulder thing? Is it a belly thing? Or is it a toe thing as you come all the way around here?
As he starts, so you see how
For Sohn, it feels a lot like a belly thing. You want like your hips to be breaking those walls. And if it feels like it, if it even just feels like you're doing that, your body's going to be really straight. If you have your shoulders ahead of you, you're gonna just go like zip through the skill really, really fast, and it's gonna be very difficult to control. If your toes are leading, that's also really good. That pretty much indicates that your hips are also leading. As long as you're not pikes, that's a really good thing.
So are you doing like a half of a front, a quarter more here and step across?
Actually, one of my teammates almost told me to think about it in that manner. And I think at the beginning stages, I thought about it like that. Now I just think about it like it's sewn, but because it's like a muscle memory. But that first weight transfer or that first hand placement, I just focus on getting my hand down in the center of the pommels, and I focus on keeping a lot of pressure in my shoulders. And then I just try to fall into that circle.
Okay. Let's go and see if a couple of the little guys have questions for you.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Cool. I'm going to go with my Ed McMahon, and I'm going to see if this guy has any comments. Sam, do you have any comments for the doctor of pommel horse, Stephen Nedoroscik?
Yeah, I have 2 questions. On my Russian, what are some ideas to help me get my feet together more?
Oh, okay. So it sounds like your problem is that when you're trying to save your Russians, you straddle your legs. Is that correct?
Yeah,
It's almost like you're falling off and then you have to straddle to stay on.
yeah,
The biggest tip I would give is that you should try to just keep your legs together while you're doing the skill. And if you fall off, that's okay, because you don't really get to feel what's going wrong with it if you're not letting yourself fall off. So I'd say just try to keep your legs together. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that you're probably just rushing it. You're just getting a little bit ahead of yourself. Maybe try slowing it down so your shoulders don't feel like they're dipping forward, right? You kind of just want to be rotating, or you want to keep the motion without making it go any faster. Good question.
and my second question is, what are some ideas to help my flares not be piked in the back?
Your planche?
He wants to make sure his flares are not piked.
Oh, flares? Yeah. Which way do you circle, bud?
I circle to the right.
Circle to the right. Okay, so you circle the other way than I do. Let me just think about this really quick. Okay. So the thing that I focused on when I was trying to make sure I didn't pike in the back is I focused on my left leg. So you're going to focus on your right leg, and you're going to focus on it when you're about to be in the back of your flare. And you just want to kick that leg as high as you can. Not only that, but you want to kick it and focus on not piking, because it's really easy to pike. It makes flares a lot more easy if you pike. But if you just focus on it and you just stay with it, you'll eventually get a really good flare. So just focus on being really powerful with kicking that leg.
Okay. We have a couple of other questions from these two guys. This is Boone and Philip from North.
Guys. Okay. What's your favorite skill on pommel horse?
A good question. So my favorite skill to compete is the G flop, but that's not my favorite skill to do, right? I think that skill is super flashy, but the most fun skill is boost nari. And it's the skill where you do a dismount, but then you come back down into flares over the pommel. I just absolutely love it. It is so fun. It's almost like an adrenaline rush because of how scary it is.
Okay, and then we also have Philip over here with another question. What's up, Philip?
Why is pommel horse so fun and exciting for you?
It's challenging. A lot of things that I like are things like I like Rubik's cubes. You know, I like certain video games. I like electrical engineering. You know, these are all things that like I have to put a lot of effort into until I get something back out of it. So it feels really good to just train pommel horse, a really unstable event with some really difficult skills, and then a few months later be able to do a routine with those new skills in it. It's just so rewarding, and to be able to do that on a stage, it's just so exciting, especially with how like much tension there can be. you can have a lot of fun with gymnastics if you frame it correctly. And pommel horse is the perfect event for it.
All right, good question, gentlemen. All right, nice work. I'm going to go to Tom Fontecchio. Tom, you have anything you want to add?
No, I want to ask congratulations, Stephen. You're so much fun to watch. I mean, I watched you since you were a young kid too with Bob and Liz. But, you know, the thing I find is, and I want to know this, is you do so much pommel horse. I mean, it was really funny. I talked to Bob at regionals and states one year, and I said, boy, this guy's pretty good. But, you know, how do you keep him? He says, well, he just loves pommel horse, and, you know, we just keep him in the gym. How do you've done so much pommel horse, how do you keep your wrists from not getting really beat up? Because most of the older guys that I work with and stuff and coach, they have so much problems with their wrists and they have to take so much time off. What do you do that you can do that much pommel horse without your wrists really bothering you that much?
First of all, thank you. That was really nice of you to say. But there's like a lot of rehab and flexibility that I do. So I always stretch my wrists in every way, you know, sideways in both directions. I also stretch them in my Sohn and Bazugo hands. And so that's the first thing I do. I also do a lot of exercises with rubber bands, like just exercising this motion, this motion, this motion, and then the backwards one. So I do a lot of that. I do 2 sets of 10 with a rubber band. My rubber band's pretty stiff, so it's pretty difficult. I also do some rehab with weights in the same directions. I usually use like a 15-pound dumbbell. So and the one other thing I do is I have like a stick that has a weight at the end of it, and then I rotate it down slowly, and then I lift it back up my other hand. And then I go down really slowly. And I do that both ways. And it's important not to also lift it up. I was told by my athletic trainers that that's training incorrect muscle groups, I believe. But those are the things I do currently. When I was in, you know, JOs, I was mostly doing like wrist push-ups. And one other thing that I've always done, and maybe it's just unique to me, I'm not so certain that it's actually helped the long-term health of my wrist, but I try to avoid using wrist supports as much as possible. I kind of just hold this opinion that if I use them too much, I'll get like reliant on them and that they can make my wrist weaker. So I always just try to stay away from them and only use them if I really, really have to.
Thanks.
Okay, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Smoothie. Smoothie, what's your question for Dr. Nedoroscik?
So, was there ever a time when you like just didn't want to do pommel horse because like maybe you couldn't make the skill or you're frustrated about it?
I'll tell you what, there's a time where I didn't want to do gymnastics. I think I was 8 years old and I quit gymnastics for a month there. And then you just realize how boring your life is. So I came back. Same thing with pommel horse though. When I have like a bad day and I just go for a skill like 30 times and I just didn't make any of them and you're just really upset, you kind of have to realize like you're not making them because like you're upset. You have to take a step back and cool off. I never let myself get too upset in the gym. If I feel like I'm getting really, really upset about a skill, I usually just take a step back and think about it. Like, what am I doing wrong? How can I fix this? You know, it is really difficult though, especially if you put a lot of hard work and effort into making a certain skill and you can't do it.
There's probably one routine that stands out either at Penn State or in your World Cup meets and stuff that is the most exciting, where you had the most pressure. And I don't even know, it could be a routine that you hit or you didn't hit. It's probably a routine that you hit. What was the most exciting, most pressure-filled routine? And can you kind of tell us what the experiences and what the emotions were? And if it was in college, like what was the teams and can you build it up for us a little bit?
Yeah, so I'd say single-handedly the most nerve-wracking competition for me was the Melbourne World Cup. And I'll explain why it was, made me so nervous. In the World Cup series, the person at the top after 2 years of World Cups earns a spot to the Olympics. And the person at the top for pommel horse has already won 3 times. So I needed to be able to win 3 times in order to tie and, hopefully beat him in a tiebreaker. The Melbourne World Cup happened to be one of the last 3 World Cups left. It was the first. So there's the Melbourne World Cup and then the Baku World Cup in Doha. So in my mind, I knew if I wanted to really, really pursue this individual path of making the Olympics, I had to win at Melbourne. So that was a lot of pressure to begin with. On top of that, I also had this pressure that I've been to 2 others and made finals both times, but had difficulties bringing it home in finals. So I was dealing with a lot of things mentally and physically too. I was running into some back issues, especially after the 33-hour travel day to get to Melbourne. But when I got there, just familiar faces, saying hi to everybody, you start to realize this is just a fun event, right? So I just went there like it was workouts, just like normal workouts. Like I was back at Penn State or Sterling and just did what I could. You can't expect yourself to be perfect, especially after such a long travel day either. So I was working out 2 times a day and doing a lot of rehab and keeping in shape. And I actually ended up having to make a decision for preliminaries because my workouts weren't going so well. And I had to decide whether I wanted to do my hard routine or my routine without a couple of skills in it. And, I really didn't want to take that step back because I was working so hard to compete a really big routine. But you have to save the big routines for finals. And I really wanted to make finals. And I didn't want to put myself at risk of not. So I ended up doing a routine that was 0.6 less than the routine I did in finals. And I made it. I made it to finals. I actually won the first day in preliminaries. And going into finals, like all I wanted to do was bring it home. I think I visualized that routine like 50 times in those last 2 days working up to finals. Just so many mental routines, just picturing the stand and like what I'm focusing on in skills. And, it all works out. It really does. Right before I competed, me and Tony, the coach I had there, we were just singing together. We were just rocking. And, I just kind of killed the tension. And I walked up to the pommel horse and I just kind of looked out at the stand and just took a big breath in and was like, I'm here, like this is really fun. Like all these people are about to watch me compete. I got to enjoy it. Despite how nervous I was, I kind of just found this calmness in that moment. And then boom, he raised his hand and so did I. And I kind of just let it rip. You can't hold back in a situation like that. Definitely the most nerve-wracking competition and also the most rewarding.
Right, Stephen Nedoroscik, awesome work. Really proud of you. Awesome to have you part of Region 6 and so happy for you to be able to have that thing that you can, be in your spotlight for a little while and people can really truly have an opportunity to see how cool you are and how talented you are. So great work. I want to say Bob and Liz, obviously your contributions to the region and to Stephen's gymnastics have been innumerable. Right. Appreciate all of your help and your work.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Right. And obviously Tom Fontecchio, maybe Tom can keep on the call for a little while longer. But Stephen, awesome, dude. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dan.
All right. All the best. Guys, let's go on our break. When we come back, we're going to try to get as good as Stephen someday. What an exciting day this is. We got Stephen Nedoroscik, we got Tom and Bob and Liz came on, and now we're going to probably spend a little bit of time with Vaughn. Yes. Great. And the other thing is Tom doesn't know how we do our workouts. He hasn't seen them yet, so let's wow him. And Sean doesn't know what he's doing either. So, and let's show Paula, all right, what we do. All right, so it's 6:15 right now. I want 1 o'clock. I want to try to get through as much P-bars and high bar as we can, because today is vault, P-bars, and high bar. But I want to do P-bars and high bar because I already did vault a little bit earlier with my guys, okay? So I want to start with P-bars and high bar. Okay, and this is the wrong exercises. So these are the correct exercises here. P-bars. Parallettes. The P-bars exercise number 1. Sorry, Vaughn, you're not the P-bars exercises. These are the P-bars exercises. Let's see, Sean, what level are you, buddy? I'm gonna put you on mic. What level are you?
Level 5.
Level 5 or 4?
Level 5,
Okay.
but I quit. But now I want to go back.
Okay, dude, you're back with us, okay? You just joined a gym. Okay, look it. So I want you to do level 5 stuff, okay? Okie doke, Sean? Okay. So the level 5s, you guys are going to do push-ups, as many as you can, because if you're weak, you can't do gymnastics. Level 6s, kick handstands to a flat shape against the wall. And I want to make sure that your body is flat, straight, and I want you to hold it for at least 10 seconds and come down. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, piked compressions. Okay, guys, 3 minutes just started. Vaughn, keep yourself on mic. Tom, I put you on mic too, so as long as you're not chewing into that mic, then make as many comments as you want.
I like the handstand shape from Boone. Very nice work there.
Okay, who are we looking at, Sean?
Okay, so Tom, I'm going to spotlight guys for you, and Vaughn, you can look at the gallery mode, okay? So anything that you see, you can comment on, Tom, all right? Now,
Okay.
I want these guys to do this against the wall. Really, the level 6s should be doing a kick handstand, a flat shape against the wall if you can, only because I want your body to be perfectly straight. So, Tom, what do you think about Jackson? He's from Vermont.
Jackson's pretty good. I like it. He's got a nice flat stomach against the wall. He's got his low back pressing against the wall, and that's what we want for a handstand right there. He's got a really nice straight handstand.
Right. Okay. So this is Philip and Boone, and it's amazing that Boone has a lake but not a wall. It's okay, but his handstand is 6. So what do you think?
Yeah, it would really help him to get against the wall so that he can get that straight line in that handstand.
Yeah, but he's good anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And now right over here is what they're trying to do is they're trying to do a straight compression hold with their feet between their hands and pushing straight down and flexing and just holding their feet off the ground. So
that's really important because in fact that's going to help on when he gets to high bar and stuff and does endos and stallers and jams.
Try and really extend through your shoulders, Aiden.
okay, I really do like these shapes here. Vaughn, what do you think about this shape?
That's a really nice push. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that handstand.
Sean, I want you to put the camera down a little bit so we can see, but you're just doing push-ups, so I'll let you keep going. But eventually, I want you to just make sure you're working on your camera shapes. Abdul Rahim, show Tom Fontecchio what you're working on.
Nice. Try to point those toes when you get off the ground, though.
I want him to keep his feet flexed. I want him to keep his
Okay.
aged.
You really want to get that buttocks working?
Yeah, straight compression right through the ground, pushing, pushing, pushing.
Yucky. There we go.
Yeah, not really much of a press either, just a straight compression. Okay?
Less than yucky.
Right? And Yaki's doing good. So, Tom, this guy's from Mexico City.
I like him.
I do too. Okay? Pero, Iñaki, yo quiero, mira. Okay, mira. Sam, can you show him what I really want him to be doing? Yeah. Yeah. Like that. Todo corpo en el wall. Touch the whole body to the wall. 20 seconds, guys. Sean, don't stop. 20 seconds. 16 seconds. It's now 13 seconds. Just keep going. Don't worry.
Good boy, Sean.
Don't worry about it, Sean. You have
No one's gonna pick on you in school when you're that strong.
No one's picking on you anyway, my dog.
Nobody.
All right, come on back to the screen. Sean, good pump. You don't have to do those anymore. Good work. All right, next exercise for the level 4s are push-ups. Level 5s, kick handstand to perfect form. I don't care about the hold. Okay, Jacob, I don't care about the hold. I care about the form. So kick up, toes tight. Kick up, toes tight. As many as you can. I think Ian one time did 100 of them. All right, Ian. So pump it out. Timmy, lots of kick handstands. Okay, Timbo. All right, level 6s. You guys are gonna do stutzes. All right, stutzes on the couches or stutzes on the mushroom. You can start on your back or you can start with your feet on the mushroom. Either one, and you should do both of them. Level 7s. You guys are gonna do handstand holds. And then level 8s, 9s, and 10s are gonna go kick handstand, half pirouette, and then hold. Early pirouette to hold. All right, so let's just go start with Yusuf. I'll start the timer now. So you're doing kick handstand, half pirouette, hold. Tom, go for it.
Yeah, he's got to really squeeze his core. He can't be loose. You know, we really want a tight body. When you do that pirouette, suck the stomach in. Suck the stomach in. There it is, much better. Suck that stomach in when you do the pirouette. You want to be the pencil. You don't want to be a banana.
Okay, Vaughn.
I was just looking at Sam. Excellent.
Yeah,
Nice. That was very good. Stutzes, the stutzes off of P-bars, I find that everybody has a problem with, but they dump it instead of letting their toes stay up and stay hollow.
And so you can also do stutzes this way. I've been having them do both. And can you go handstand at the end of that? Go kick handstand at the end of that one. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, let's go to, let's see what Sean's working on. Sean, what are you working on? Should be doing kick handstands to perfect form. Sean, you're doing kick handstands. Just stand up in a lunge. Stand up and just kick handstand. And do 423 of them in 2 minutes if you can. Just keep going. Handstand, handstand, handstand. Blast them off, blast them off.
Squeeze those fingers into the ground.
Yeah, you can probably point them a little more forward to that. That's better. That's better.
Right? As long as you can hold. So I think that Jackson's doing stutzes. That's it. You know, maybe if you can walk your feet up the wall, right? Instead of doing that, go into support. I don't know. I think it's fine. I'd almost rather you do the ones where your feet are on it instead of where your back is on it. I think that the one when you're in support. Yeah, I like these ones better, I think.
Oh, pirouette. Nice.
Yeah, and just put your feet up on there instead of your back. Yeah, and then just turn over and then so when you get there, your feet are on the mushroom that you can kick handstand. You know, turn and do an actual stutz. Bring your right hand or your hand over. There you go. And now kick handstand.
Smoothie, that extension was nice at the end. Try and maintain that.
Okay, Tom, this is Abdul Rahim. He's supposed to be working on kick handstand hold. Kick handstand hold, long as he can. These guys have to be used to doing handstands.
Yep, they're going to squeeze your butt, squeeze.
Okay, what about this guy? Is Jacob, Tom?
All right. Oh, good job, Jacob. Nice.
Yeah, his handstand is improving. Jacob, that's the best handstand I've ever seen you do in my whole life.
That was very good.
Right, beautiful work. Oh, wow.
You're starting to get stronger and holding that position.
This is the best I've ever seen you do. Look at this guy. Hey.
Ah, way to go.
Jake.
That was excellent, Jacob.
Yaki, also excellent.
Yeah, muy bien, Iñaki. Let's see.
Nice.
And
Yankee, nice. Suck that, pull that stuff, put your flat back against the wall. Suck it right in. Suck your stomach in. There you go. Suck your stomach in. Put your chest in. There we go.
I mean,
you want to be a straight pencil.
Okay.
Everything's tight.
Sizes, guys, okay? Level 4s, you guys are going to do straddled V seats, Ian. Okay, that's with your hands behind your legs on the blocks, okay? Straddled V seats. Level 5s, you guys are going to do manas. Level 6s, kick handstand with perfect form and no hold, okay? And I want you guys to show Iñaki. Iñaki, mira, amigo.
Nice.
Okay? I want you to do just like handstand after handstand after handstand and kick and kick and kick and no hold, okay? So, Boone, can you show me that? Just kick handstand, kick handstand, kick handstand, kick handstand, don't hold. Iñaki, uno.
Here it is.
Uno. Uno.
Push out your shoulders.
Uno. Uno. Más de 30 minutos, por favor. Okay? Hacer más en 30 minutos. Okay, Boone, good job. But Boone, you're going to keep doing that anyway because that's what you guys are working on. The level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, you guys are doing upper arm swings. Level 5s, this is what you're working on. Jacob, you're my favorite. Good job. All right? Level 5s, your hips are up on the mushroom. and your hands are on the parallettes and you're working on just like manas. And sometimes it's hard to get your hips up there. So start with your hips up there and then just do compression. If you want to lean back on your hands a little tiny bit, you can, but work on good knees tight and good compression and just being in that shape. In order to do a real mana, you're going to have to lean back just a little bit, but that's what
Rock it back just a bit. Just rock it back.
So now, Yusuf, you're going to have to help me with these upper arm swings with your feet on the wall. Abdul Rahim, this is what you're working on. So you're going to have your feet up on the wall and your arms are going to be on the ground like you're doing like a front uprise swing. And then if you can, push on your elbows. No, just push down so that your body gets up off the, but I don't want you to pike. All right, I just want you to kind of, and if you can't get your belly off the ground, don't get your belly off the ground. All right, I'll just keep it on Yusuf. I'm going to start the timer. Tom, what do you think?
I think it's good. I think he's got to get that action done, especially going to help him to do that, what is it called? Homer on P-bars.
Uprise to front toss for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only way that I could think of mimicking that front uprise swing. So, yeah, guys, you can take a rest anytime you want during all of this stuff.
No, Ian.
Sean, do it on the ground. Don't worry about those things. Just do it on the ground. I appreciate your creativity. No. Do it on the mushroom, but put your hands on the ground. Yeah, don't worry about those weights.
Ian, let's see a straddle V-sit.
That's it, little man. That's it, Sean. Okay, now, Sean, what I want you to do is this, okay? I want you to lay all the way up there. I want you to look what Jacob is doing, okay, Jacob? So, Sean, the most important thing is that you don't fall. So look at his back. It's not his bum. His back is on that thing. He's literally laying down on it. There's no way for him to fall. And his hands are behind his shoulders. So, yeah, I don't even care if you're able to, like, hold yourself up at all, Sean. It's just as long as you don't fall. And I think that this is a better shape that you're using already. Can you face sideways so I can see, my dude? Sean, face sideways to the camera so I can see what you're doing, my dude. Yeah, this is already better. It's already better. Maybe slide back just a little so you can just barely get your hands on. And then, yep, that's enough. Move your hands back. Walk your hands backwards away from the mushroom just a little bit. Yeah, good. Stop there. Stop there. Now put your feet together. Put your feet together. You don't even have to pike. Just holding yourself up like that is good enough. Right? But I'd rather you be able to hold yourself up than get up and fall. And then get up and fall. And then get up and fall. Because if you get up and fall all the time, then you're just spending time falling. So this is way better, Sean. Way better. I'm down with this for sure. Okay, you guys got 1 minute. Now, Sean, when it's green, I want you to be going. But I don't want you to go 100% of the time. I'm just making suggestions here. I'm giving you suggestions for things to work on and suggestions for the amount of time to work on them. But you can get a drink. You can shut the TV off. You can put the TV back on. It doesn't matter.
Nice effort, Jackson.
Okay, let's go to Sam and see what Sam's working on. Vaughn, what do you think about Sam? He's working on kick handstands with perfect form and no hold. I could care less.
Oh, I like it. I like it. He's got his ears between his hands. He's not arching. He's showing us a good straight handstand. I like it.
Okay, let's go Canada to Mexico. Vaughn, talk to Iñaki.
Oh, Iñaki. I wish I knew more Spanish. Let's see again. Muy bien. And tall. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, he has good extension there.
Oh. Such a blessing.
Muy bien.
Okay, guys, let's go to the screen. Get the next exercise.
Dan, I'm going to have to sign off because Paula wants to have dinner.
Okay, I think that you should probably go listen to her.
Thanks for having it. You did a great job. I liked it. It was really good. You're going to do this? When are you going to do this? Just let me know when you're doing it. I want to come on.
Oh, damn.
Every single night. I haven't missed one night in 2 months. Okay.
Well,
welcome 100
hey,
the time.
all right. Is it the same code to get on? Is it the same code?
Number, everything. Vaughn is on all the time. He comes in from Canada. He's on all the time.
It's nice.
Awesome. Okay. Good job. Take care.
Okay, love you, buddy. Thanks for all.
Love you guys. Take care.
Okay, bye. Okay, so let's keep at it. Level 5. The next exercise for the level 5s is We have to go level 4s for Ian. You're going to do L seats, Ian. Get those feet nice and high, okay? Good. Level 5s, push back and curl up. All right, Jacob, you can show that, but I'll just let you get ready. The level 6s, you guys are going to do dislocate to L seats, like Muay catches, and level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, you guys are going to do mental routines or paperman routines. Okay, Abdul Rahim, we're good to go with paperman routines. I'm pretty sure. Sean, you're level 5. This is what you're going to work on. Jacob's going to lay on the ground, okay? And it's kind of like you're doing a giant. You're going to take your hands. Just watch, Sean. Just watch carefully, and if you watch good, then you'll know. You're going to take your hands and kind of make a fist and bury your hands into the ground. And I want your hands to stay touching the ground the whole time, like you're pushing backwards. And then you're going to bend your knees and curl all the way up slow-mo and slow-mo into your chest. Curl up all the way into your chest. Keep your knees bent. Keep your knees bent. Keep your knees bent. And then roll all the way back down slow, pushing your hands into the ground, pushing your hands into the ground, just like that, up and over, up and over, up and over. Okay? All right, Sean, get it going.
What levels in Yaki?
Having him do 6s because it's easiest because we have so many level 6s to show him.
Got it.
So I just think because we have people like Jackson and Sam, and we just have so many more vicarious learners for him. Iñaki, mira, amigo. All right, yo quiero después, y bajo, y up, into an LC. Okay? Después, abajo, y up into an LC. Muy bien. Rapido, amigo. You just got to make it happen, Vaughn.
Yeah. Thanks, Jackson. That was awesome.
Muy bien, muy bien. Bajo, bajo, bajo.
My French. Je sais français. Je peux parler français, mais it won't work.
I know, it's interesting to be able to communicate. All right, I'll boon out.
Nice. And snap. Oh, with a lift.
Yeah, Ian, you can do jump rope for exercise, sure, but I want you to be working on L seats for 15 seconds. Right, instead of doing all these exercises, you guys could also go get some bubbles and play bubbles and also have some cheese sandwiches, but I would suggest doing the exercises. Here we go, Austin, and with a new haircut. Austin, can you dislocate all the way down? All the way down. Yeah, now I don't necessarily want your hands to be all the way close. Just go all the way. Let them go all the way, and now sit up. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, guys, 1 minute, 15 seconds to go.
Love the Paperman routines. Those I showed that to one of our girls coaches, and yeah, it's awesome.
Just creative. If you want to do mental routines, fine.
Yeah.
Ian said he used pens and all that stuff. You don't have to use a piece of paper.
Right. There's other ways, but I find it's nice and simple, something you guys can all get.
You can always rip a piece of paper out of a book or something.
Oh, Smoothie, you speak French as well. Okay.
Does speak French? Get
Français aussi. Bravo, Smoothie.
Smoothie, let's hear some of this front. Oh, wait a second. Timmy knows French too.
En père né au Canada ou non? No, en France. Okay. Oh. Combien de langues est-ce que tu parles?
Here, one second. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna take myself off mic. And
how many languages do you speak, Smoothie? 3. Oh, lucky. Bravo. All right. Yeah, je demandais, est-ce que ton père né en Canada ou France ou pays? Quel pays?
Oui.
Oh, okay. Which country was he born in?
Lebanon.
Lebanon. Oh my goodness. So, okay, that's so cool. All right, sorry guys. Chatting too much. We'll get back to work. Bon travail. I don't know what happened to Dan. He muted himself, so I'm sorry there's no music.
Yeah, that's right. I'm muted. That's right. Sorry. Abdul Rahim, you can speak French too?
Oh, wow.
You want to say hi to Vaughn?
Bonjour, salut.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Yeah, oui, oui. Actually, je dois pratiquer français toujours maintenant parce que mes étudiants sur le majeur français, mais yeah, mon français it's not that fluid, but I'm not too bad.
Moi, je vais à l'école internationale de Boston, donc je sais beaucoup de français.
Oh,
Je sais beaucoup de français.
beaucoup de français. Wow, sur l'école. Wow, bravo. Okay, so le majeur français.
Hey Vaughn, can we try to do like, can I try to say what the exercises are and you give a quick translation?
Sure.
Like if you helped me for like maybe a week or two, we could get all of these things in French, and then anybody who's from France who wanted to work out could have a
That's true.
in French.
That's true.
All right, so I'm going to go to the next exercise.
Yes, sorry guys, let's get working.
But this could be an interesting little situation here, okay? The level 4s, you guys are going to go kick handstands with no hold. Ian, 100 kick handstands in a row, okay? I don't care if you hold them. The level 5s are going to do push-ups. The level 6s, the level 6s are going to do hands on the floor, feet against the wall, and a slight stretch, and then walk your feet down. Jackson is going to show us what that is, okay? The level 7s are going to go squat and stop, jump and stop, squat and stop, jump and stop. Yusuf will show you what those are. He knows what those are. So Vaughn, the level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to go squat, like a real good squat, jump and squat and land, jump and land in a squat, and now do a push-up to a squat and stop, and jump and squat and stop, and push-up and squat and stop. So just that rhythm over and over and over again, okay?
Got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna press go on everything. And then maybe, Vaughn, you can just explain a little bit in French. And then I'll go help Iñaki.
Sure. Well, I guess everyone understands the English, though. Are you sure you want me to explain el francés?
No, I guess if we don't need to, then that's fine. Y mira, amigo.
I just don't want to take too much time away from the guys.
Right, mira, okay? En una stretch shape. Con el estómago bajo ahí, y ahí, y ahí, y ahí, and then straight. And belly down. Yeah? Okay, guys, good job. Liam, nice work. Your body shapes are great. Sean, you're working on push-ups right now. 1 trillion. If you get to 1 trillion, that'll be pretty awesome. All right, Austin, let's see this shape from you, buddy.
Nice work, Liam. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Bravo, Abdul Rahim. Bravo.
And Smoothie, you're going to really try to use the same squat shapes that we've been working, Abdul Rahim. Elbows to your knees, right? Elbows to your knees and jump and everything. Elbows to your knees, good squat shapes, good squat technique. Smoothie, I think your feet are a little bit too wide. Sean, get strong. Keep pumping yourself, bro. I think that your feet are a little tiny bit close, Philip. That's good. And elbows to your knees and jump. I want you to land right in the squat. Don't land lock leg. Go right down to your squat. Good. And right down to your squat. Stop. Yeah, I like this much better.
Abdul Rahim, pause for a second in the squat. Pause un second sur squat. Wait, hey, des jambes closer together. Your legs closer together. Des jambes closer.
There you go. And good idea. So Ian's just doing a little bit of foam rolling because when he does some of this stuff, his kneecap hurts a little bit.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
He learns the exercises, but is safe. Okay, let's go with Sam from NGA. Let's go see those feet on the wall. Trying to give him a little antecedent here. Okay, we'll go back to Iñaki. Muy bien. Yeah, put those feet together, bro. Regalos. Feet is right. Put those feet together. Yeah.
Working.
Yeah, always like a dog. Ah, mas bueno, amigo. Hola, hola, padre. Hola. Hola, papa. Yeah, muy bien. Muy bien, muy bien. Iñaki, fuerte, fuerte. 13 segundos más. Más fuerte, más fuerte. Feet together, feet together. Perfecto form. Perfecto form, por favor. Okie dokie, guys. Let's go P-bars number 6. I think we're close to the end on P-bars. This is the last one. Level 4 is kick handstand and over to a land. So you're going to kind of like do your dismount. I'll help you with that. It's Ian, it's the thing that you did against the wall with your mom where you're going to move your hand over and you're going to land on the side of the blocks. I'll have somebody show you. Level 5s, you guys are going to go swing handstands against the wall. It's pretty much just like kick handstands instead of swing handstands. Kick handstands, right? It should say kick. Level 7s, push-ups, as many as you can. You should be able to get 100 push-ups done. All right, and then the 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to do, Ian, you got 72 kick handstands. Holy smokes, bro. Ian, 72? Tell us about it. Was it amazing?
Yeah, I accomplished 100 a little bit recently.
And 72 is pretty close to 100. I'm proud of that. Did you go tell your mom?
She's not here. She's somewhere else.
Well, we're just going to have to get a 110 the next time, and then we'll have to tell her that you even beat that number. Good job, dude. All right, level. Everybody knows what's going on. All right, let's get going. We got 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this rotation. Okay, Iñaki. Yo quiero kick handstands. No wall. No wall. Yeah, sin wall. Sin wall. Solamente tú. Yep. Okay, mira. Let's see it. Let's see it. Vamos, amigo. Good. Fuerte estómago. Fuerte en tu estómago. Okay. Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien. Fuerte en tu estómago. No arch. No arch. That's it. Yeah, no leaning, no leaning. Really try to open up range of motion, not to the side. Okay, Ian, you're going to do kick handstands. Just go kick handstands. Ian, just do kick handstands is good. We only have 1 minute to go anyway, so just go kick handstands. That's it, Liam from Regal. That's it, buddy. Nice, man.
So, oh, Regal is a club, is it?
Oh. Yeah, Regal Gymnastics, yep.
Oh, that makes much more sense. I always thought it was like a last name and that they were like related.
All of Vermont is just cousins.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Jackson's a talented gymnast. These guys just look good.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to watch his gymnastics.
That's it. Point those toes, dude. Yeah, dude, that makes a big difference. No way Vaughn's going to miss that toe point.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, guys, let's go to high bar. I'm ready.
Nice.
We have another 13 minutes, and it was 6 for 6, so I can't say no. The level 4s, you guys are going to go to a pull-up bar. Ian, you're going to hang out on your pull-up bar for a little while. You're going to do hanging half turns and make sure you start on your left hand. The level 5s, you guys are going to go lift hands from your thighs to overhead. You guys are going to do back extensions or back extension strength. The level 6s are going to do slow-mo backward rolls like a flyaway, slow-mo. Thinking about your toe point the whole time. Slow as you can, okay, Booney? Maybe I'll go to you guys. And then level 7s, jump to planche and planche kicks or planche holds or Yusuf. Listen to Stephen Nedoroscik talking about how important a planche is and go work on them. right? Just get it done. Get her done. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Let's see it. Okay, Booney.
I'm always impressed with Aiden's handstands because he seems like he has a little bit more muscle build around the shoulder area. It would be more difficult, but he actually has decent extension.
This, Aiden?
Oh, he's not doing handstand now, but yeah, his handstand wasn't too bad.
I mean, I think his shapes have improved a whole lot over the last couple of months because we've been working on better shoulder flexibility.
Usually with the muscles, it can be tighter, but it seems like he's working a lot on opening up, so that looks good.
Nice job, Aiden.
So we're doing planche kick. Yes, nice control.
Make sure you're in good plan shape. I really don't necessarily. You know what you're doing is fine. And the reason why I want to do these planche kicks is because I'm trying to replicate a kick handstand, a swing handstand. So like, just think about Smoothie. Just think about maybe trying to do it. Like when you do a swing handstand, you're definitely not going to be in a hollow on the way up. Everything is this heel drive. And I want even more of a planche. It looks like you're just doing a kick handstand. I don't want you to go to near a handstand. Like maybe we can show you just on the side Yusuf's shape. Well, Yusuf's just working planges, but all right. Let me go to Abdur Rahim. Let's see, Abdur Rahim, can you face those to the side? Yeah, just so we can see your back. Let me see what you're working on. Yes, Liam from Regal, you can work on what we did Monday on the pull-up bar. Yeah, I think that's good, but Abdur Rahim, I want you to put both feet behind you. And I want you to put your belly kind of down a little bit. Like right here, this is the shape that you would be in if you're going to do a swing handstand or a cast handstand. So I want you to take one leg, and I want you to almost do a cast handstand with one leg all the way to a handstand. Yes, like that. And then do the other leg, right? But it's not a kick handstand. It's like you're mimicking a swing, a cast handstand. So you're going to have to lean a little bit forward. Yes, lean a little bit forward. Use the other leg to get up, but you're going to try to create that arm bend heel drive to the ceiling shape. All right, arm bend heel drive to the ceiling shape. Okay, and just so Sean, you know what we're working on, and Legal, you know, Liam, you know what we're working on. Liam, what are you working on? You said, can I do something on my bar? Yeah. Oh, those are mountain climbers. Yeah, you can do mountain climbers. And let me just, Sean, can you go get 2 books? Sean, go get 2 books. Or if you have weights, if you have 2 weights, hold up weights, anything that you have to lift, anything. And I don't want it to be, yeah, that's fine. It's probably too heavy though. Can you use one? Put them down and use one of them. I still think it's probably a little bit too heavy, but just one of them. Yeah, that's good. I want you to hold on one hand on either side of it. Hold both of them in your hand. Yep. Yes, in the front. Now hold it sideways. Hold it sideways, not with your hands in the middle. Yes. Like hold out. Yes. Thank God. All right. Now I want you to just put your arms straight in front of you. Lift all the way above your head and all the way back down. All the way above your head and all the way back down. Okay. All the way above your head, all the way back down. That's it, man. That's what I want you to work on. Okay. Keep your arms super straight. Go all the way back down to your waist and all the way back up to your ceiling. All the way back down to the waist, all the way back up to your ceiling. Okay? Muy bien, Iñaki. Yo, Iñaki, todo lo tiempo. Si tú no hacer, yo quiero mirar Jackson o Sam o Boone o Philip o Austin, muchas personas que está posible que tú mira este exercise, okay? Okay. Okay, so next exercise is going to be up in a second. Let me just get to the screen. Okay, level 4s. You guys are going to be on the pull-up bar, and you're going to do pull-ups. Level 5s, pull-ups. Level 6s, tuck flange holds against the wall. Level 7s, jam slides and jam half tuck slides. Ian, your hands are burning? Good. I'm okay with that. You got to make your hands tough. All right, so I'm going to go to Sam, and Sam is going to show us tuck planche holds against the wall. Sam, you can also do it off the mushroom is fine too. You don't have to do it against the wall.
I wonder what Pasta is. This is his favorite, hanging on the bar.
I know, pasta. I had a separate workout for the NGA guys a little bit earlier today, so some of them aren't on. Sam, I want you to just do planche holds against the wall, okay? Good job, Austin. Iñaki, mira. Okay? And like you're gonna bend your knees. There you go. Bend your knees. Yeah, Austin, let's see how you do it. You're gonna lean a little bit forward and bend your knees. Yeah, mira. Muy bien. Austin, excellent. Okay, esta exercise. Muy bien, Austin, muy bien.
Bravo, Austin.
Tough, dude. Fun to watch right there, bro. Good job, dude. Good job. Okay, good job, Sean. Sean, I want you to try to, if you can, think about your form. Think about how important form is going to be, okay? Let's see it, Sam.
Way better.
There you go, dude. Okay, Boone. Good job. Aiden, let's see a couple jam and half talk slides. Yeah, try to complete your jam if you can. Really try to open up those shoulders. Think of it not as necessarily a talk. It's just an opportunity for you to get even more shoulder flexibility, and you get to work on a skill. All right, I'm going to say hello to this little guy. Timmy, how's my favorite kid on the planet doing, bro? Dude, can you dab me up, my dog? I mean, take yourself off mute. Maybe say hello to Vaughn.
Hello, Timmy.
Timmy, there he is. What's up, my dude? Dab me up, Timmy. I'm feeling you, bro. I'm feeling you. You want to say hi to Vaughn, Timmy? Say hi, Mike. You can say hi.
Hi, Vaughn.
Hello, Tim. Hello, Timmy.
Timmy, Vaughn lives in Canada. What do you think of that?
I actually wanted to go to Canada before.
Whoa.
Right? Woo, woo. What do you know about Canada? Where do you think Canada is?
Ranch.
Timmy, how far away is Canada?
I actually don't know.
No? All right. I think it's on the other side of the world. There's a huge ocean in between us and Canada, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's usually pretty cold up here. It's not all that exciting, but it's pretty nice in the summer.
Timmy, that's where Canadians are from. Believe that?
In the ocean that splits America and
Canada.
Canada apart is the Atlantic Ocean, I think.
We'll have to double check. We'll have to fact check, but I'm sure that's pretty true.
Yeah, we're definitely touching it. Nice work, Timmy.
I did. Timmy, okay. So Timmy, you're going to be doing leg raises on a pull-up bar. If you can't do leg raises, can you show me kick handstands against the wall?
Wait,
Level 6.
bar? I'll show you.
Level 6s, you guys are going to do kick pirouettes.
The pull bar's right here.
Let me see it. I'm putting Timmy on. I don't care. Timmy, swing on that thing, bro. Swing on it. Nice. Mitsuyan, Timmy. Mitsuyan. Okay, so Timmy's got a pull-up bar. Timmy, I want you to do leg raises. Okay, you can also swing as much as you want on that bar, as long as it's fun for you, okay? The level 6s, I want you guys to do like you're doing a front giant. So you have to do it with an under grip. And I want you to do an under grip, like kick handstand onto the wall. Like you're up and over and doing a front giant into the wall. The level 7s are going to do pirouettes. The level 8s, 9s, and 10s are going to do early pirouettes. But if the level 6s also want to work on pirouettes, you can do that as well. That's Also not a problem. All right, so let's go for start. Timmy, let's just go back to Timmy Vaughn. You. Let's have some fun with Timmy. Timmy, get on that bar. Vaughn is dying to say something.
What you're working on.
Texting me right now. All right, let's go to Sam from NGA.
Right.
They're working pirouettes.
Try and get a nice squeeze, legs at the top. Right.
Liam from Regal, you're doing leg raises, okay, buddy?
It's 2 minutes until I leave.
Hey, Timmy, can you jump on that bar and do some swings so that Vaughn can help you a little bit?
Nice. On the kick. And the kick. That's actually some pretty good movement there, Timmy.
Timmy taught himself the entire level 5 routine as a level 4 last year, and I barely helped him. I had to help him on the glide kit, but he taught himself everything else.
Wow, I like the shape. Actually, in the back, I can see a nice, clear, hollow chest, and yeah, excellent tap through. And I like the hops, like hands hop in the back.
Right, Timmy, show him a hop, bro. Show him like a hop, like worthy of Timbo.
Yeah, that's decent tap. My goodness, pretty smooth, consistent, excellent.
All right, let's see what Sean's working on. Let's call him out. Sean, what are you doing? Leg raises. Good job with foam between your feet. Nice job, Sean. Okay. Keep squeezing tight. Keep squeezing those legs tight. Okay, nice work, Timmy, guys. About 1 minute to go. Let's see him from Regal.
Oh, mixed grip.
Wait, Liam from Regal says Canada is really nice, and he says America is attached to Canada. You can drive there.
Yes. Liam, yes. You won the prize. That's yes. He's got the knowledge.
And so you thought I was serious, Liam? That's almost worse. What's up, dude? You're on, Mike.
Sounded like you're saying like you thought there's an ocean between it or something.
Yeah, I know. I was just messing around.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you're not, and you're smart. So I couldn't get anything past you.
No, Liam's quick.
Oh, okay. He's like a detective. Nice
Our
job.
favorite place is Chinatown.
What'd you say?
Our favorite place to go is Chinatown.
What I mean, I love going there for sushi. That's for sure. It's good stuff.
We love those big pastries.
Dim sums.
Dim sums.
Dumplings, dim sum. Oh yeah, nice.
So where do you go to Montreal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun.
I have a friend named Charlie. He's in Regal Gymnastics too. His dad is fluent with Canadian French.
Nice. I love how you know the difference too. There is kind of a distinct different Canadian French versus Paris French. It's a little different, but yeah. Wow, Liam, so worldly, so cultured. We can't get anything past him.
Andy's pretty great at dance and all sorts of other things. He's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah. Creative.
Wow.
Right.
All right. Sorry, guys. I keep feeling like I'm distracting you guys. I hope we're still working.
Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up. I think we had a good day, and I think that with Stephen Nedoroscik and all that stuff, I think I'm pretty excited, and it was nice to have Vaughn on, and we had so many different people on today, so I thought it was a really good practice. Okay.
And I learned a lot of you guys can speak French. Bravo.
Right. Guys, I'm gonna come on screen for a second. Maybe we'll just wrap it up, and then I'll go get editing so I can get Stephen Nedoroscik's interview out there as fast as I can, because I thought it was a great interview. You guys had great questions. I think that what he added in terms of the Mikulak and the Sohn technique was really valuable. And hopefully we can keep providing great opportunities for you guys to learn and ask questions and meet people that you're interested in, and also have opportunities like Fawn and Tom Fontecchio and Bob and Liz to come on and coach with us. So great job. I appreciate all your hard work. Tomorrow is strength testing Wednesday. Then we're going to do our handstand strength. So we have a pretty good Wednesday lined up, and I look forward to seeing you guys. All right. Until then, make sure you drink a lot of water and have some rice and chicken, and keep repping the 6 for 6. Okay, guys, welcome back to the gym. Gonna have a great night tonight.